there, all you YouTube cats. I'm Justin, and I'm pretty sure this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Today I'm going to teach you how to play Fothcrah. So the first thing you should do is make sure your guitar is in drop D. Good job. Once you're in drop D tuning, all you really need to do is make sure your hand is ready for some serious trills, because that's the entire song, is trills and triplets and whatnot. So you're just gonna kind of do these trills like this. And then do 3/5. So you play that a bunch, and then finally the song's just gonna drop into that cussin' riff that you've been hearing the entire album, which is pretty much gonna be start right here in that sweet spot, right here on D7, and then 8, and then 5, and then here again, and then to G, and then G again, and then A, and it's just all right in that zone. So it's like, but then you play it again, but kind of broken up. And if you're the lead guitarist, you're essentially going to play the same thing, but over here on B10, 11, and 8. And then, yeah. And then you kind of skip to G10, 9, 7. But do it with the trills in between. So for the verse, you kind of do these trills, and then bend A5, and then do a 6/5, and then you kind of, and what that is A5, 7, 8, D thing, and then do it again. The other guitarist is pretty much going to do the same thing, but over on D7. And then you go down to G, like that. G7, 9, 10, and then B, whatever this is. So then you get to this pre-chorus where you're doing those trills, but you go from A5 to 7, 8, and then backwards, and then to here. That's D5, and then slide over to 3. And if you're the other guitarist, you do the same thing, but on G. So you play the chorus again, and then you're going to play this clean riff where you just kind of play these 3 strings over here. But you're going to add in these notes D3, A3, and A5. So it's kind of like, so you're going to play everything I told you to play before, but you're eventually going to get to this part where it changes up. It's at the part where it's like, eventually you're going to get to this part where you kind of change it up, and you're going to do that on the D string, D5. And then you're going to play it there. Yeah. And if you're the other guitarist, you just kind of do the same thing, but over here on B. Good job. Eventually you're gonna get to this part that's like sort of like a breakdown, but not really. Like it's like a half a breakdown. It's like a half down. And you're gonna just play on 8. And then to 10. And then 7, 5, and then open. So it's like, and then do it again. So if you're like the guitarist from Dragon Force or whatever, and you're gonna play the lead part, you're just gonna go over to here, G10 and D8, and then slide it down, and then over here you kind of do G6 and D7, and then you kind of do this weird little like arpeggio thing over here. It's like E10, B10, G12, G10, and then yeah. Good job. So then you're gonna finish this part off by just kind of you're gonna just go down to 7 and then add those little. So then the part of the song that you actually care about kind of ends with you playing this full chord right here, this in a sweet spot, and then down, and then kind of like this half A minor, and then open. And then you do it again. And then you go up to this 8-10 chord, and then up to 10-12. So if you're the lead guitarist, you're just gonna play the same thing, but over here on B15, and then 13, and then G14, and then D12, and then do it again. But you're gonna kind of sink this down to like this E on E, and then good job. Hooray! Congratulations everybody, you did it. Alright, bye. Alright, so for those of you who have attention spans longer than 4.5 minutes and have actually made it through the whole song, you're gonna go to this and play that part I taught you before. And you're gonna do that a bunch until your buddy with the distortion comes in and just busts out one of these. Yeah, and then he does it again. He's gonna do it a couple times, and eventually he's gonna come in with one of these. And what that is just on the top string, you just kind of open 3-5, and then on the A string, 3, and then hit it again, and pull it off so it's open, and then to 3. So then pretty much for the whole rest of the song, you're just kind of your buddy's going to be over here on this 5-7 chord. He's going to move it up to 8-10. And then to 3-5. And then back again. And eventually he's going to move it to 10-12. Good job. So eventually one of you guys is going to have to play this like sort of lead melody part. Doesn't matter who, because it's not that hard to play. You just kind of go to this D7, and then to 5, and then to A5, and then slide it up, and then do it again, and then do it again, and then do 3-5 on the A string. And then it gets to this part where it kind of chills out for a second, but it's the same chord, you just kind of change up the strumming pattern. Ah, aren't you glad that you stuck around? Because now you get to learn the secret to playing the famous melody for aphotic currents. So it's all gonna start right here on D12, and then 14, 15, and then G14, 15, and then you're gonna go to D10, 12, 14, 10, and then you're gonna go to this G12 and bend it, and then 10. And if you want to learn how to play the full thing for your own amusement, you're just gonna kind of, and then B13. That's the game-changing note right there. Good job. So for the final solo of the album, you just kind of slide to G7, and then just kind of like do this little, you know, D5, 7, 5. Just bend that G7 again, and then walk over to this 10-12 section and just. And then you're going to want to stick your pinky here on B13. And then you're just going to go over to this B15 and bend it up. And then you just kind of do one of these, which is just basically just E13, 15, B15, 13. You just kind of go on like this, but with hammer-ons. And then just go all the way over to here. So hey, seriously, good job. Give yourself a nice pat on the back or the shoulder. Because if you watched all these videos, you should officially know how to play every song on the Uriah Ascent on guitar. And then that's worth something, I think. But thanks for watching. I'm Justin, signing off.